Billy Ray Cyrus filed for divorce against Firerose, or as I like to call her, Firerose.
Yep.
And
this was a
surprise,
sneaky filing, quiet filing. He filed for divorce from Firerose after 7 months of marriage, and he quietly filed the paperwork in late May. He cited irreconcilable differences and inappropriate marital conduct as the reason for their split.
Oh, did Firerose cheat?
He is also seeking an annulment on the grounds of fraud. So he wants the marriage fully annulled.
Shit. Not who she said she was to Billy Ray.
Right? It must be. That's got to imply some sort of cheating or bad behavior.
Going behind his back in some way.
Right. Huh. That's so interesting. There's not too many more details besides that's what he cited.
Say it. What do you want to say?
Oh, what?
No.
I mean, there's no way all of Billy. Like you had to have searched Billy Ray Cyrus's track list.
No, actually, on the post that we posted, I had wrote, he told her to hit the Old Town Road, but that Sarah actually. That was a collab with Sarah.
Okay, good one. How about?
But I was
just
just laughing at myself, being like, he can buy himself flowers or something.
Yeah,
like,
or he needs his achy breaky heart fixed.
Yeah, I thought you were going to go Billy Ray.
That was the obvious choice.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. My jokes aren't deep cut. They're obvious.
Seeking an annulment. Yeah, there's no more details than that.
An annulment.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like every.
What's the deadline on when you can get a marriage annulled or not?
I'm not exactly sure, but my question
is it's like a race.
It's like it doesn't even exist.
It's like the marriage never even happened.
Here's the thing. It did happen though. That's what I don't get. Like, why aren't all divorces just annulled? And why can't we why aren't they just annulments
is that
in general?
The contract of like it's when you buy something 30 days, you have 30 days to return it.
You must ask for the annulment this is New York City. But you must ask for the annulment within the first 5 years of the marriage. Consent for the marriage obtained by force, duress, or fraud. If you entered into the marriage due to those things, you may be able to obtain an annulment.
It's just confusing to me because it's like everybody knows it happened. So even if you get it annulled,
there's actually a lot of reasons.
What's the difference? If you have a prenup,
you just want to declare. You want the courts to declare that your marriage is no longer valid.
But isn't that what a divorce is like?
I guess like there'll be no records that you were married.
But it's like
if you get annulled.
Right.
If you get it annulled, there's no records that you ever got married.
Yep.
It's like, who does that, like, what does that do for you? Like,
I think you have to really, really dislike the person. I think you have to be really like,
the only time I've ever really heard about it is when people
exist.
Get like drunk in Vegas and they get married and then they're like, ah, shit, and then they get it annulled.
Yeah, like that episode of Friends when Ross and Rachel get married in Vegas.
Right.
And then
but there's a lot of different reasons here. One of them being, like I just said, the consent for the marriage obtained by force, duress, or fraud. That could be like marrying to obtain immigration status, claiming to be pregnant to entice somebody to marry you, claiming you want to have children when you really don't. Another reason could be lack of physical capacity to consummate the marriage.
Wouldn't this all be grounds for divorce too?
No, yeah. I mean, divorce is like the first, like, yes, you could absolutely get divorced, but you need to like go the extra mile to get it annulled.
Right.